Lesson 13B, Part 2, Example 2. In Example 2, we are solving x squared equals negative 121. So what I'm going to do to solve this equation, because it's in this very specific special form, is I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So the square root of x squared is the absolute value of x, and the square root of negative 121, remember, is the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 121. The square root of negative 1 is imaginary. The square root of negative 1 is I. The square root of 121 is 11. So the answer I get is 11I. But now I need to get rid of the absolute value. So remember, there are two answers. X is either equal to 11I or x is equal to negative 11I. Now, in the previous video, I was talking about what Alex would want as an answer. If this problem, the directions in Alex had said, find your real number solutions, and you actually got imaginary numbers, then the answer in Alex would be no solution. But if they don't specify real number solutions, then you would give the imaginary answer. So I'm just going to make a note here, no real solution. If I ever ask you to solve a quadratic equation, I'm going to want the solution whether it's real or imaginary. Also, if they had asked for an exact answer for number 1, then it would be 2 times the square root of 10 or negative 2 times the square root of 10. And if they wanted the decimal answer, you would just enter that in the calculator. All right. In example 3, we have x squared minus 48 equals 0. So I could solve this using the square root method, but it kind of goes against the grain because rather than keeping it equal to 0, I'm going to move the 48 over because I'm not solving it based on the zero product property. I'm solving it by taking the square root of both sides. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and that's going to give me the absolute value of x is equal to, and if I simplify the square root of 48, I notice that 48 is 3 times 16. So I could go on, if I wanted to, and find the prime factors, but if you land on a perfect square factor, then you can think of it like this. The square root of 48 is the square root of 16 times the square root of 3, and the square root of 16 is 4. So it would be 4 times the square root of 3. So your final answer is going to be the absolute value of x is equal to 4 times the square root of 3. So that gives you two answers, the positive or x equals negative 4 times the square root of 3. All right, so good luck on becoming excellent quadratic equation solvers, and we'll see you back on Tuesday. Remember, I will be giving a comprehension check where you have to use the quadratic formula for one equation and you have to use factoring for another. By the way, example 3 could be solved using the quadratic equation as well. Your middle term, b, or the coefficient of your middle term, b, would just be 0.